Hello again. Welcome to another demo of Nakisa Decision Intelligence. Last time we looked at a quick overview of the platform. This time we're going to go a little deeper and look at a specific use case. I have in front of me my global retail portfolio, which is a global footprint of my stores, leased and owned. And as an executive, I'm interested in understanding how I'm faring from a risk and compliance perspective. I can start asking questions directly in the chatbot or use the questions that AI has served up for me in the context of understanding my data. Especially if you look at risk and compliance, you will see I have a whole host of questions to start from. Let's pick this particular one here. I want to see which stores or leases are at risk due to missing or expiring critical documents. All right, so I do have a bunch. I have store IDs, document types, the ownership type, and start or end date for these documents. And you'll see some are coming up due all the way, and some are already overdue. So I'm going to try and understand next what my trend of missing these deadlines have been. So for that, I'm going to ask the platform to build me a trend line. So show me a trend line of past missed deadlines for these documents, which will hopefully give me a sense of whether my performance as it relates to compliance has improved over time or deteriorated. So here it tells me a mixed picture. It has been deteriorating over the last couple of quarters, but is slightly improved since. And what I want to do is understand the math that went behind getting this aggregation. And for that, I can use my view explanation option to jump directly into both a non-technical and a technical explanation of what decision intelligence tells me was utilized to calculate this. So here you'll see I have a summary which tells me that specific store documents that have passed their deadline were aggregated based on dates. And there's also a mathematical explanation that goes into how the dates were used for the calculation. Great. Now that I know this particular data, I'm going to jump deeper and try to see what actions I can take with stores that are probably coming up on due dates. So let me say which of my stores are coming up on critical document deadlines in the next 6 months. It was typing it quite fast, so I'm going to try and fix the grammar here. And with that fix, let's see what comes up. All right, so I have a bunch of documents that are coming up due across my store portfolio within the next 6 months. Now, an easy way for me to summarize this and take it to my teams is through a risk register. So I'm going to ask AI to build me a risk register with one column for document type and other columns for calendar quarters. Show me counts of each expiring document per quarter. All right, great. So let me try and fix that up and post it. So hopefully this should give me an exportable risk register that I can copy paste into my presentation and make an action with. Great. So here it tells me that I have particular certificates by type and count. And it's also given me a bit of a heat map, even better than what I asked for, to get me to understand what's coming due when. All right, great. I can directly export this as PNG or copy and paste it in my presentation. So it's a very actionable insight for me to begin with. All right, that wraps up the demo. See you in the next one.